Okay, this is a couple XY380 sponge filters. We're going to replace it with this. Okay, the reason these are all right, but I didn't want to have like multiple air lines, so I stacked a couple of these, and then it wouldn't stay down, so I siliconed it to a piece of tile, give it some extra weight, put the lift tube on it to get more lift. Worked fine all last year. However, if you ever needed to move it and try it sitting on the bottom, try and pick it up, and this would snap off and then stuck at the bottom and you can't move it, it's fine. Just don't ever plan on moving it and you're probably good. So here you can see one of those over here, and it just hangs off this little crossbar with a little tie in it. It drops down there, and I can kind of move it up and down a little bit. It doesn't touch the bottom, and so since they like to kind of hang out at the bottom, they can just swim right up underneath it, and it doesn't get in the way. Stuff doesn't collect underneath it. And you can kind of adjust the height a little bit to get more airflow, or so it's just a piece of pipe. Cut a couple of things for the line to go down here. Of course, this will be exactly opposite, where it's on the inside, pops out, and then back in right there. See, like the hose actually comes out the center of the pipe and drops back down. But I have it here on the outside so you can see. And then a bunch of stainless washers on here to keep this down at the bottom and kind of weigh it down. You can put gravel in the bottom, but it seemed like it was hard to get it to weigh quite enough, and this works quite a bit better. $3 worth of stainless washers, but it's a pretty cheap filter. Okay, here it is with the sponge filter. Can't really manage it. Okay, so yeah, the line comes from the inside, goes out for a minute, and then back inside, and that just to kind of keep it from sliding up. Doesn't really need a lot of friction, and those washers are sitting down here. Alright, this one's pretty much done and ready for summer. Shade cloth up over it. Got some pretty decent plant growth. Lots of algae. But whatever. That makes for food. Got some computer fans wired in parallel. Little LED light bar stuck up underneath there. Just a little extra light. And this comes in from just 12 volts or straight from a 100-watt LED panel up that's sitting up on the roof. And we got a couple of plugs here, so I can unplug or plug in the fan. Usually I take the fans out in the winter. Take the light, leave the light in here. And there is our filter down there. We just got a little valve zip tied here. We'll shut it off and you can see it. So it just hangs there. Kind of lift it up a little bit and let it go. And those washers just kind of weigh it down enough where it just stays straight up and down. And turn the juice back on. If you crank it, it'll actually move a bit of water. You see it kind of swelling up there. I don't usually like it quite that much, but just a little more than that. You can hear that fan rattling. It's I think one of these zip ties is a little tight. Puts a bind on it. It did that last year, but I don't know. Once the plastic heats up a little bit, or it'll wear down whatever blade is rubbing there and stop. They're nice and quiet otherwise. So you can't even hear them. I just got one little one that's catching a little. So they're pretty quiet. You don't really notice, and they do a pretty good job of keeping this thing cool. All right.